Watch Game Kings, The Definition of Game documentary by joining the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com right now and be one of the first people to watch this movie. Official release date, Black Friday, November 27th, 2020. Yo, what's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys how to keep a woman interested long term. You understand what I'm saying? How to get that girl to be interested in you, stay interested in you for a long period of time, right? So, I get guys that hit me up, they're like, yo, I want a girlfriend. Some of you guys want to get married one day and keep the shit going. You understand what I'm saying? So in this video, I'm gonna be teaching you how to do that. All right. So, I've been with my wife for damn near almost 15 years now. Been with my girlfriend. It's going on like 2 years now. Right. And so I want to teach you guys some things that you can do, or things that, you should be doing in order to make this happen. All right. So I'm going to give you 5 things in this video. Now, before I get into what I'm going to say, you got to understand something. There's a difference between a girl being with you long term and a girl being interested in you long term, right? So you can have a girl that's with you for a while, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she's interested in you, right? So that means that this could be a girl who's just using you for the relationship. Women will do this, right? They'll keep you around until something better comes along. You understand? They'll use you as the guy who's like the safe guy. This is when women have been with like a guy who was like an alpha male, or she's been through a bunch of alpha males who just sort of like pumped and dumped her, right? And then now she goes to you because you seem more safe. You understand? You seem like you're not gonna hurt her. You're not gonna play her, so she's just with you until she starts to feel comfortable enough to go back to those alpha male type of guys, and then she's gonna dump you. You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't necessarily mean she's interested in you. She's just with you because she's just there for the time being, right? So I want to teach you how to be with a woman who's actually interested in you. You understand? So she's just not using you for the relationship, right? So this is in no order of importance, but I'll just go 1 through 5 or whatever, right? So the first thing is this, right? First thing is this. If you want to keep a woman interested in you long term, right? You actually have to be the type of guy who can pick up women, okay? You have to be the type of guy who can pick up women. What do I mean? What I mean is that you have to be the type of guy that isn't scared to approach girls, talk to them, and get those women. Right? So you always hear me go hard on dudes that's, I'm gonna just wait for choosing signals, and I'm gonna wait for a girl to check me out first, and I'm scared to approach girls. If you're that type of guy who's scared to approach women, you're not gonna be able to keep women interested in you long term. Now, why is this? The reason why is because the type of energy and the type of, confidence it takes to approach women and pick them up is the same type of energy and confidence it takes to keep a woman interested long term. Because what happens is that when you're going to pick up chicks and you're going out there and approaching girls and you're interacting with them, right? It's a very masculine, energy that you're putting out there. You understand? You're going for what you want and you're making things happen. You're assertive and you're, doing that thing, right? So when you're in a relationship with a woman and you're trying to keep this going, it's a constant, it's this constant thing where you have to continuously put yourself, in situations where you have to take action, where you have to be very assertive and aggressive. You understand what I'm saying? In order to keep things going. Because when you're trying to maintain a situation with a woman long term, there's going to be times where you're going to have to check the girl. There's going to be times where you're going to have to manage her emotions. There's going to be times where you're going to have to make decisions quickly, and you're going to have to do a lot of different things that require you to be a man of action, right? So if you're not a man of action, You understand? You're not going to be able to maintain the situation with the girl that you're trying to get with, right? So she's not going to be interested in you long term, because if you're like this sort of passive guy, right, that passive type of energy is not the type of energy needed to sustain a relationship long term. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're the type of guy who's scared to approach girls, you know, you wait for the girl to, you know, give you the okay or make the move or whatever it is like that, you're gonna have a hard time keeping a woman interested in you long term. You understand? Because the way that a woman's emotions switch up and the way that she, you know, comes at you in different types of ways, you have to be, you know, like that. You got to be on top of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? And that takes an assertive, aggressive type of energy, right? Now, the second thing that you need to do in order to keep a woman interested, you know, long term, is you need to satisfy her sexual, emotional, and sometimes financial needs. Okay? Her sexual, emotional, and sometimes financial needs. So let me break those down. So what's going to happen is you need to, you know, be able to satisfy her sexually. You understand what I'm saying? On a consistent basis, right? And also you need to be able to satisfy her emotional needs, meaning that you got to be able to talk to this chick, you understand, hear all the things that she wants to, you know, talk about and say, and she's feeling a certain type of way. She wants to have a conversation about this. She wants to get your opinion on that, right? So you got to be there for her and talk to her, you understand? Now, when I say sometimes financial, what I mean is that you need to be the type of guy that, you know, either has his own shit going on, right, as far as money is concerned, right? Or you could be a guy who is helping her out with the fact that you got your shit going on, right? So sometimes you might meet a woman who, you know, let's say y'all are boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, and she may have her own money. So, her, you know, you being financially set, you understand, it's not that big of a deal because she has her own shit. You understand? Now you may have another a girl who is not as financially set as this woman, but because you are, that keeps her interested. You understand what I'm saying? Now again, if you're touching on all other cylinders as far as the sexual and emotional is concerned, that's going to be even a you know, a tighter thing. She's like, yes, this guy, he's hitting on in all areas, right? The fucked up part though is that you don't want a woman to be interested in you just for financial, because that's going to be an issue. You understand? Because you might be really interested in this girl, really have feelings for this girl, and she could just be using you for your money. So you got to really be careful with that. You understand what I'm saying? But also on the financial tip, some women who don't need, you know, you for your money, or don't, that's not a big deal. They at least want you to have your finances in order so that they don't feel like they have to carry you in the relationship. You see what I'm saying? But understand that, you know, if you want to be able to satisfy the sexual, emotional, and sometimes financial. Sometimes if you're just satisfying the sexual, you can keep a woman interested in you sexually on some, you know, fuck buddy shit. But as far as like a full-fledged relationship is concerned, you know, she may not necessarily want to be your girlfriend. You understand? She may want to keep, you know, having sex with you every now and then, but she wouldn't want to be your girlfriend because you're not hitting on the emotional and the financial. You understand what I'm saying? So that's number 2. Now, number 3, the third way to keep a woman interested in you long term, right, is you want to make sure that there is something about you that stands out, that's interesting, that's, you know, unique to you. You understand what I'm saying? So this can be, you know, something about you as far as like what you do in life, you know, your purpose or whatever. You know, this could be even something you might have taught this woman, you understand, that she associates with you. This can be, you know, experiences that she's had with you that make you different than other dudes. So the more that you stand out from most other guys, that's going to keep her interested in you. Now, the funny part is that, you know, if you're the type of guy, like I was saying earlier for number 2, if you satisfying her sexual, emotional, and financial, right? Even that sometimes is enough for you to be different than most guys, because most guys aren't able to do that. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're doing, you know, those things, plus you have something extra, and you're going to stand out more. You You understand? And see, what happens is that what keeps her interested in you in that manner is because now you become hard to replace. You understand what I'm saying? This is why sometimes you'll have women who will be with a man, and you know what'll happen is she'll start to get a little too comfortable because he's so on point. That's a whole nother story. I could do a whole nother video on that. Actually, I think I did a video on that before, but I could do a whole nother video on that again. But what happens is, and I'll say a little bit now, is that sometimes when you're so on point, a chick will get comfortable because you're on point, and then she'll just like, you know, take you for granted. And what'll happen now is that because she's taking you for granted, she'll sometimes start to disrespect you, and that can make the relationship, you know, like dissipate. It can make it like end. And then what'll happen is that once the relationship ends, because she realized that, damn, this guy is so on point and there's something special about this dude, she'll usually try to come back to the guy. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why you'll have women who will end up breaking up with the guy, or the shit don't, you know, shit goes left and she leaves, and then all of a sudden, you know, she comes back at some point because she's like, damn, I can't find another guy like this guy. You understand? I feel like he's irreplaceable, and that came from you having, you know, your shit on point to the point where you had something very interesting and unique about yourself. You understand? Just your overall energy and your overall essence was, you know, a unique experience for her, right? So that's number 3. Now, the fourth thing that you need to do to keep a woman interested is you have to be reliable. You have to be reliable. So what does that mean? That means that when you say you're going to do something, do the shit. When you tell a woman you're going to do something, make sure you make the shit happen and be consistent with that, right? So if you're like, hey, I'm gonna do A, B, and C, or we're gonna make, you know, A, B, and C happen, and you do that, then it's like, okay, this guy's reliable. Then it's, you know, she feels stable with you. You understand? But if you're saying, hey, we're gonna do this, and then you keep changing your mind, or shit doesn't fall through, or, you know, you're all over the place, then she's going to be like, okay, this guy's unreliable, and that's gonna make her not want to be with you, and that's gonna make her disinterested in you long term, right? So that's number 4 is, you know, you have to be reliable. Now, the 5th thing, and this is something that, you know, a lot of guys don't think about or don't really know. The 5th thing that you can do to actually keep a woman interested in you long term is you have to be predictable. You got to be predictable. Now, you're probably like, really? Are you serious? Like, what do you mean? No, listen, you have to be predictable. Now, you still want to also be unpredictable in certain situations, but I would say you want to be like 90% predictable and then 10% like spontaneous and just, you know, shaking it up a little bit. But you definitely have to be predictable. Now, why do you have to be predictable? Because predictability creates stability. You understand what I'm saying? And that stability keeps her interested in you long term. See, the thing about having a long-term relationship, the big draw is that feeling of stability and security, right? And you create that through predictability. Now, the thing is, you don't want to be 100% predictable because then that could get boring. Right? See, a lot of times guys will talk about, oh, you know, be unpredictable, be spontaneous. And yeah, that's cool in the beginning of when you're dealing with a woman. But when you are in a long-term relationship, you want, you know, some source of predictability, meaning that she should feel that she knows what's going to happen, what's going to occur, what's going to come up, because we've done this before. Oh yeah, you know that spot we go to, like our favorite spot, we go there every, you know, Tuesday or something. You understand what I'm saying? You know, on this day we usually go to the movies, or we make this happen, or whatever. You understand? Like every few months we go take a vacation to so and so and do this or do that there, right? Now, again, you can be spontaneous and do something just out of the ordinary once in a blue moon, just to shake shit up and make it interesting, right? But you do definitely need to have that predictability there. Now, this is the interesting part about it, is that the predictability a lot of times will happen automatically the longer the relationship occurs, right? So let's say you've been with someone for, a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, right? What's going to happen is that some of that predictability is going to naturally happen because you guys are going to find out certain things that you like to do a lot, and you'll end up doing that stuff, right? So it's not that you even need to try hard to make it predictable, but also, like I was saying with number 4, when I'm talking about you being reliable, right? That predictability goes with being reliable, because in order for it to be predictable, in order for it to be something that's happening consistently over and over again, right? You would have to be the type of guy who is reliable in order to keep that going, in order to keep those situations happening, in order for it to be predictable. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, you got to understand that, you're not going to keep a woman interested long term by being extremely unpredictable. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's not going to make her feel secure and stable in the relationship. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you want to have a pinch of spontaneity, but understand that you still have to have that predictability there. You feel what I'm saying? So guys, that's pretty much it. Listen, if you have any questions, click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Click the link below and get your bad boy gear. Get the t-shirts, Submissive Women Are Sexy, Binary as Fuck, and I'm God to these hoes. Click the link below to get your bad boy gear today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below.